Giants are going right to hell.
Right to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Right to hell. Yep. It is another episode of the Dumpster Fire. We've been doing this since what? 2018?
2017, 2018.
I think the first one was 2017. 6 years
so.
of shit.
I know it's
Why?
crazy. Because
Why?
we're masochists and we're losing our minds.
Remember in the beginning we would do the show through Discord.
Yep, through Discord and then through your channel.
Right, and then neither of our faces were on it. And
but that was good though. Did anyone really want our faces though? Let's be real here. Nobody does.
It was probably better back then.
Oh yeah, well, actually, saying shit was less shit than the shit now isn't really saying much.
Shit was less shit than the shit now. That is poetry, my friend. That is poetry.
That's pretty much how our YouTube channels are, but it is what it is, right?
I don't even know what I'm doing, honestly. I'm watching Brandon and Tom. Right, I'm watching Brandon and Tom just take over the world while we're just fucking getting punched in the dick.
They struggled a long time. They struggled for a long time now.
They did.
So it is what it is. It goes through ebbs and flows. I'm really happy for those dudes.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I mean, trust me. I wish I could catch you on that train too, but I mean, if it happens, it happens. If not, whatever. I'll probably have to get a real job, but whatever.
Yeah,
authentic.
Yeah. Well, we say what we're feeling. You know, we're not as NFL friendly as Tom or Brandon. Even Brandon is. You know,
Brandon can get pretty raunchy though.
So yeah, Brandon can get right. The thing I love about Brandon is he will tell a joke and not care whether it is, would be deemed offensive by the NFL or like he's just going to do the joke because he feels like it. And that is what I love about him.
No, I just don't give a shit about the NFL. So.
Yeah, I know. I don't care about that.
I am not an NFL sanctioned creator. I have no intention of being one, which means I'm super real and that I'm going to, be begging for coins on the street in about 5 years, but it is what it is.
I like how the MLB tried to shut you down. Remember that?
Well, I remember that.
What was the line that you said? No, the Phillies tried to shut you down.
Yeah, the NHL. Well, not the NHL. Sportsnet did. I remember that.
Sportsnet blocked you, but the Phillies. Didn't you say something about one of their players? You said that.
Oh, it's because Odubel Herrera's domestic violence.
So yes, you said he's got more hits than Odubel Herrera.
No, it's like he did a better job of hitting women. It's just like the only thing he could hit. But it's like, I know everyone's going to be like super pissy in modern times.
Didn't you get canceled on last 2 Sundays ago?
Yep, I did. Because, I tried to make a dark humor joke. It did not pan out. And then I'm like, oh, shit.
Had you been drinking?
No, I had not been drinking. Because
that reeked of... Of a very
that would happen. I didn't think 2 and 2 together because I thought it was like more of a compliment to Dwayne, but I should have said Duck. Where's Duck at?
It did not hit. I'll tell you that.
Oh, it did. The only thing it hit was me in the balls. That's what it hit.
No, when I only saw the aftermath.
Yep. And then, I mean, all you have to do is apologize, move on. That's all you can do.
And then someone was like, "What did he do?" And then someone screenshotted that shit, and I looked and I laughed because I was like, "That's actually funny." But that's
the problem is like it doesn't hit for certain people. I get it.
No, but that's something like that you should say to me in the green room, not on fucking Twitter. You fucking idiot! Like, what is wrong with you?
Well, I never said I was smart. Let's just put it that way.
Fucking Schefter almost got canceled for just mentioning that he played bad a couple games. Like, that's how sensitive everyone is. Schefter got cooked for just saying Dwayne Haskins, who struggled to get find a place in the NFL.
To be fair, like
he stated a fact. Haskins, for as much as a good guy as he was.
But the problem is Haskins was a bust. I mean,
he was not.
That is the truth because he got run out of Washington. He was immature. He wasn't a bad guy or anything. It just he wasn't ready for the NFL. It just is what it is. And I mean, it sucks that he's dead. It just is what it is.
Yeah, and it's terrible what happened. Like, I mean, he was he ran across traffic, and
he ran across traffic, and then early in the morning there was drugs and alcohol in his system.
Yeah, and it was
what happened. It could have been.
There was
drugged.
a woman that
we
wasn't his. Yeah, there was a woman that wasn't his wife there. Like, I mean, she could have been a friend. No one's ever really explained that. Just like when Myles Garrett flipped his car, no one's been like, "Oh, who was the chick that was with him that was not his wife?"
Well, that thing is too. Like Myles Garrett actually was okay. He only missed a week of football. If there was something a little more serious, there might have been an issue. So you got to be careful about that.
Yeah, it was. It was. I mean, that I'll say your joke nearly got you canceled, but your tree. Here's the thing.
I've been born canceled.
No. Like, well, it wasn't too off-brand for what you do, anyways. That's the thing that will get you canceled. If you're this, super buttoned up. If Adam Schefter made that joke, like he could never, like he would be done, right? But you always make jokes like that, so
dude, even if Perna made that joke, he'd be canceled. Let's be real.
Perna probably could have gotten away with something. Perna would have had to do the same.
Perna's not as morbid as me. That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm. Perna's always telling people to suck it, though, which is,
Oh, dude, well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with sucking it. Nothing wrong with it. If he wants to, it holds a mouse to mouth, right?
Yeah. All right, let's read some supers while I set up the tiers. You read.
Yes, sir. You do what you do. Mm-hmm. And now we got ultra demonetized, and as we noticed, like even we should show them like the feed of the live feeds of every video. It's just straight yellow down the board. It is hilarious.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me go. I wonder if I could share that window and show all y'all without us getting like canceled. Hold on.
Right. Red Rhino
without giving away too much.
I can't wait for the greatest Super Tank Bowl this Thursday. Also, congrats to Tom on being nominated for Fan of the Year. Well deserved. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll raise out the Jeebus. I'll raise out the Jeebus to Tom. It's all yellow, dude. It's all yellow.
Hold on.
We are not exactly on YouTube's good graces.
Hold on. I gotta show this. I gotta show everyone this. This is so funny. Okay.
It's brilliant, dude.
All right. These are all the live streams. Look, limited. Look, we've got a streak going. Look at that. That's how many is this?
It's all
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shows in a row have gotten the yellow. Yeah.
Oh, CK, they're not flexing Giants Cowboys because it's probably exclusive.
Do I need to drop like an F-bomb, like the big F, to just get the 12th straight here?
What is the first one? It's the Detroit Lions Chiefs. It's season opener. So ever since then, it's just been nonstop.
Yeah. We haven't been able to keep our fucking. Look at this. Oh, and there's a separate streak here. Look,
more streaks. Let's go.
Limited.
And it's in the summertime.
Right. It's not like we say much. This one's just fucking ineligible.
Well, actually, that was probably the one I did solo because.
Oh, yeah. No, this is a derp song, I think.
I'm not sure because that was the one where you were driving to North Carolina. And I think I did this solo.
Okay. Limited. Okay.
And then the Power Rangers Devils.
Okay. At one point, we were all right. This was how many years ago?
It was last year. 2023, the good times we had when we weren't demonetized by evil YouTube. It was a glorious time, lad.
Yeah. This is, okay. So it was, we're some demonetized fucks right here.
We were hardcore.
Look, this one didn't get demonetized. This one has freaking Groper Cleveland as the thumbnail, and it doesn't get demonetized. That's interesting. Okay. All right. We'll stop this stream. All right. We'll get the tier maker going. You didn't read a single super chat, did you?
Well, I read one. I read one.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
18 Brian Hwang. Love those Ravens at 7-2. King Barrelmaker. What's the grown man's excuse going to be now? Well, he'll talk about the refs and just say they played a good game and kept up with the Eagles. We know how this goes.
Yep.
Blame me, skateboard company, blah, 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 Ravens. I mean, they had a really good game. And S3 is a Josh McDaniels legacy of failure video. Nah, not worth it. And Crimson Huntsman for 5. All aboard! Dr. Crimson here to welcome you to the Fire Up Arthur Smith train. Hop on.
Mm-hmm. I said it at the beginning of the year. I
was hoping he'd be mitigated because of the talent in his roster. That dude is brain dead.
And y'all,
Jet sweeps to Jonnu Smith at the 1 yard line. Like he still thinks he's in Tennessee.
And y'all said to me when I brought this up, y'all were like, Arthur Smith, his job.
Well, we thought about it because like he was doing okay, but we thought it was more because of the Falcons' bad luck. Not because of Arthur Smith.
Knew that guy's a fraud, man. He's not a good coach. Anyways,
Justin Ziegler point of view, you're a Giants fan. I have a question for you, Fives. Do you miss him yet? I'll give Scrooters credit saying it was a good game on Sunday. You say you miss him yet? Do you really miss him yet? Do you miss this guy yet, dude? Do you miss him?
Listen, I do miss 3rd and 9 sneaks on your own too. Like,
dude, you were this close to doing it against the Jets.
Yeah, I miss it. I do. I miss him and McAdoo. You know what? If I could bring back him, McAdoo, like, all right, have Joe Judge be like the head coach, McAdoo as the offensive coordinator, and then Pat Shurmur as the defensive coordinator. I think I would be good. Like that's
an all-star Shurmur an team. Offensive coach though?
Yeah, Shurmur's, but he'll figure it out. He's like Matt Patricia. He could do either. I don't think under this scenario it really matters. And then we bring back like Jake Fromm or Mike Glennon as our starting quarterback. And
dude, I think I'd go with Tommy DeVito. I think he has the ability to drive a great tank.
Somehow we get Blake Martinez out of retirement so that he can hold down the middle.
Too late. He's already in Carolina.
Yeah. You know, like, and maybe we sign Carson Wentz, but he's gone to St. Louis or whatever. LA.
He's gone to LA.
Yeah, because Matthew Stafford is likely.
Brett Rippon was such ass.
Yeah, but
that it's just like somebody else.
Stafford's coming to the end of the road too. Okay, Stafford doesn't have much left in the tank. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Blake Martinez stopped selling Pokemon cards. He got
caught up in a scam. He got caught up in a scam, dude. Like he was like the one scamming people, and he hasn't been caught for it yet.
Okay. All right.
Do one more. Irvin Alvarado for 5. Hanshin Tigers and Texas Rangers have ascended to gods. They both destroyed their legacies of failure. May we bless them forever.
Mm-hmm.
And one more for the road from Nick.jk, Nick Kovac. I've seen kids roast marshmallows and they end up less burnt than Danny Derps. They don't tear their ACLs, dude. I mean, there are a lot of Giants fans that feel bad, but it's like, we'll talk later.
Yeah, I called it when I saw the injury. When he planted and
it's non-contact. It's usually a serious injury.
Well, when he tried to plant and your knee buckles, so I've had that happen to me. So my right knee is actually partially torn. What happened? So I don't know if anyone knows this, right? Like this is your knee right here. And okay, this is your knee and it bends like this, right? And it can flex and flex like this. Inside of your knee is the ACL. Okay. So the anterior cruciate ligament is in here. And then on the sides, you have the PCL and the MCL and all the other L's right here. But inside here is the ACL. When that tears, right, when that is gone, your knee can move all different directions. So there's actually no pain in there, right? If it's here, it can't move, right? But once that ligament is gone, so when you put pressure on it, you buckle, like then all these other ligaments are the ones that bear the pain. So that's why it hurts when you finally plant on it. But when you're just walking around, because you can walk normal like this with no ACL, like you could live the rest of your life without your ACL, honestly. But the moment you try to do something athletic, you're fucked. So there's a little impromptu explanation of why. That's why you can get up like nothing just happened when you tear your ACL, and then you don't find out about it until you plant, because then you're like, shit.
There was a player for Cincinnati, I forget his name, as I'll have to look it up, because he had played on an ACL tear that happened during San Francisco. Tyson Anderson, the safety, he tore his ACL, kept playing against San Francisco, and it turns out he has a torn ACL and he needs surgery. He's out for the year.
Yeah, you can actually until you plant, like you can run straight up vertically. Like, so I know what not to do on my leg. Like, I know that I cannot do like a turnaround jump shot, and I know what my athletic limitations are. So I know not to try to plant on that foot. But in, say, the NFL, like, that's unavoidable. Like if you're a quarterback, you have to drop back and press off of that foot. When you drop back, like it's unavoidable. And that's what happened when Derps went back and his knee just gave out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah, that's tend to happen a lot this year with Achilles and ACL tears. A ton of them this year.
Yeah.
And personal question: you ever thought about getting surgery for it?
There's no like pain or arthritis yet. The doctor said eventually I'm gonna have to get my knee replaced, like when I'm in my 50s. But like, I mean, we elected not to operate, and this was 10 years ago when I tore it. And so, I mean, I think the ligaments have strengthened around it. It's only partially torn. And also, like, I can play baseball. I can run full speed. Like, I can do whatever my version of full speed is. Like, that's why I chose baseball as the sport to play, like in my old
football,
age.
you would not last with a partially torn ACL.
Actually, you know what? Like, we did pretty well at
Dallas.
Dallas. But like, also, again, like, I made sure not to run any routes that I had to cut or anything like that. Or
you can do like simple like flats or posts or straight line. Like, you're fine. If you have to do like a curl route or anything like that, good luck.
Like, if I would have done the cone drill like you did, I couldn't have done it. I would have blown out my knee. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was like, I'm not doing that shit.
You blew out your knee just by watching me.
I did.
I'll blow it out for you in spirit.
I think 3 other people blew out. I think MMG blew out his knee too. That was so fun. I missed that trip. God, that was fun.
I don't know. I mean, could we go back again? I mean, I need revenge for the high jump. I mean, I'm about 30 pounds lighter than I was in Dallas, so we'll see.
All we did was hang out with KTO and Flemlo and just talk about YouTube.
Yeah, talk about YouTube and sports ball and stuff. Yeah. And I mean, I didn't even talk with the 2 Hype guys all that much. They were just doing their own thing.
I met MMG, like, cool guy.
Yeah,
Corzemba was there, and so was Troy Dan. Everybody. Jesser was there. Jesser has like 10 million subs now.
Yeah, he's big time.
He's a monster YouTuber. Like, he only had 1 million at the time. Now he's 10 times
that's not
bigger.
Exactly small.
Yeah, and now I'm not any much like, I'm only 3 times bigger.
I think I'm like 5.
I was the smallest YouTuber there. I was the only one that had 100,000 subs.
Well, I was the only one that was working another job at the time. So
yeah,
that's all you have to say.
Yeah.
And then I got rid of my fake job to go to a fake job where I will be told to go to a real job and then be told to go to a real job.
Yeah,
it is how it is. It's just the game, man.
Yeah, we're both unemployed. All right, Titans and the Steelers. The Steeler Magic. Thursday
the bullshit
night.
of the Steeler football, baby.
Steeler Magic.
Streamed it live, and I knew confidently at the end of the day that it's like, yeah, the bullshit's real, because Kenny Pickett's had 7 fourth-quarter comeback drives in his career. And that's why I can't give up on the dude, because he looks like shit for 85 to 90% of the game. He'll miss throws. He'll just – his reads are fine. He's just throwing too high or throwing inaccurately. And it's like, dude, come on, man. You were better than this. And then the fourth quarter, dude, turns into John Elway. He is like the most clutch quarterback ever. He's throwing dimes. He's just slicing up the field. I'm like, dude, where the fuck is this been? And it's like, fuck yeah, Kenny Pickett, let's go. And it's like – okay. I mean, apparently the solution was to have Matt Canada down on the sidelines, and he had a really good first drive. Tennessee is they're still in a rebuilding mode. I think their issue is they just got beat because they just don't have much talent. I think that's the real issue there.
I would much rather have a quarterback that comes through in the clutch when it matters.
Well, you had him. His name was Eli Manning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Eli won 2 Super Bowls. Like, I would much rather have that guy than a guy that is like a Kirk Cousins that will build up the lead, and then when you need him to make throws, he fucking disappears. Like,
you never know.
it's emotionally taxing. Like it's hard.
Oh, it's hardcore. We've been watching the same game for 5 fucking years. It's so annoying. It's bad football. It's just so tiresome. It's like, oh boy, another 3 and out because Matt Canada ran predictable play calls and Kenny Pickett overthrew a 3rd down crossing route. Great. Lovely. And it's just like 3 and outs. It's just, it's not even fun football to watch. It's just like, oh God. And then you're just sitting there. It's like, yeah, the 4th quarter will come. You're down by 10, 7. It's like, whatever. The bullshit will be real. And then look, the bullshit's real. That is Steeler football in a nutshell. And that's probably what's going to happen against Green Bay this week.
Do you think that's a product of Tomlin's coaching that like he can't get his guys up until it's like crunch time?
I don't know.
Or is that just
I think that's more in spite. I think that's more in spite of coaching.
Or maybe he's such a good coach that he gets them to like he pulls out the shit. Like you could argue that it's like a reflection of him as a great coach that he knows what levers to pull in crunch time. Like clearly I think that's more because of just the other teams just leaving them the opportunities. Like, is it Mike Tomlin's like credit that Brett Maher missed 3 kicks? Is it Mike Tomlin's credit that that's the Baltimore Ravens dropped 9 passes? That is Tomlin magic right there.
It is. Just I mean, the dude is a dark sorcerer. Like he is a man with necromancy and evil powers, and he jinxes the other team. Like, have you ever seen Harry Potter? Like, Professor Quirrell, like there's like an evil like being in the back of his head shouting curses, and that's why he wears that cap all the time. Because it's just like there's no other way to explain it. It's just there's none. Like his coordinators are terrible, his game plans are iffy, he's useless without TJ Watt. It's just like how do you keep winning? I don't.
They're going to win a wild card, aren't they?
They're going to bullshit their way to the 7th seed, and they're going to get crushed. And you know what? I'm going to embrace it because at the end of the day, you can't question the Steeler football. You have to just embrace it.
Question it. Mm-hmm. Dolphins at the Chefs. This was an ugly game. This game pissed me off. I needed there to be lots of points because I took the over. I forgot that they were in Germany.
Chiefs should have crushed them.
Yeah, the Chiefs, but they still pulled it out. I guess the Chiefs are back to being a Super Bowl contender. Dolphins down to division. They are kind of being called out as fraudulent.
They've never beaten a quality team. Look at the teams they've beaten, like the Chargers, the Giants, the Patriots twice, and the Jets. Like that's not good. Yeah. Every good team they faced, they've either gotten crushed or looked underwhelming.
They're still going to win the division. All right, and then this last game.
That's more in spite of their division.
This last game before we get to Supers are the Vikings and Josh Dobbs literally traded for practice his cadence with his offensive line before the game. Like they're just like, all right, let's rehearse this one more time.
Yeah, he was doing it with he got backup reps during practice. He didn't actually practice with the starting team. Jaron Hall did, and then he got knocked out with concussion.
Yep, and then Josh Dobbs comes in and pulls out one of the most clutch performances of the year. Definitely not Josh Freeman on Monday night. It was Josh Dobbs just and it was clutch too how he did it. Like, I mean, last minute back to the wall, and the Vikings just pulled it out. Are they back on track for a wild card?
They are technically in a wild card. They've won 4 in a row. They're currently 7th seed.
0-3.
And their schedule looks like to be pretty coasty for the time being. If they can get to 9-8, 10-7, I think they make it. Which is strange to say, but the NFC is just so bad.
Right.
And no Kirk Cousins, no Justin Jefferson, no KJ Osborne. Atlanta is football hell because they should be a lot better than what they are, but they don't use their talent, and Arthur Smith is literally brain dead.
They're going to be down in trash by the end of the year. Like, that was bad.
I'll put them in trash out of frustration because they should be winning this division with the talent they have. They should.
And they're still South one game out. They're still only one game out.
Exactly, because the Saints are they can't be trusted. The Buccaneers, they blew the game because Todd Bowles happened, and CJ Stroud's a stud. And the Panthers are, let's not talk about them. Jesus.
Yeah, Panthers are ass. All right, read some Snoops.
Commando CQC. Giants with the top 5 pick have to take Williams, May, Penix, or Nix at QB. Feel bad for Daniel Jones because he cares, but he just needs to be a backup. I mean, at this point, it's all but certain now.
They got to take Drake May if they have a top top 2 pick, like Drake May's got to be the dude. Caleb Williams is going number 1 to the Bears. And then, they got to take. They can't take Knicks, but I honestly think Daniel Jones is done. And
he's a low end starter. He'll bounce around.
Well, yeah, or say you take say Caleb Williams like just falls in your lap, right? You start Daniel Jones. You set up a system that Daniel Jones has to run that is actually built for Caleb Williams, and then you make Daniel Jones show him how to do it, and then you start Jones or you start Williams like.
Does Caleb Williams even have a game plan? It's mostly just backyard football with that team.
It is. It's very Mahomes, and if you actually bring some discipline to him, I think he could be, a very polished product. That's the other thing that's scary is like him and Penix, like they're improvisers. Same with Nix. Nix is kind of an improviser, and you don't need that in the NFL.
I feel like Bo Nix has been in college for about 10 years now.
I know, that's the thing. Why would you draft?
And they're looking at him as a top pick. It's like he's like the average high schooler in like Hollywood production. He's like in his early 30s, and they're trying to pawn him out as a teenager. That's Bo Nix.
Remember did you ever watch 90210? They had the one chick, Andrea or whatever. She was like 40 on the show. Like, because the show had such a long run, like she got so old by the end, like they had to put her in glasses and she had like wrinkles and shit.
Man, school must be stressful.
Yeah. I mean, Luke Perry was like 28 and he was playing a 17-year-old. The late Luke Perry.
Bo Nix is 23. Bullshit. He's like 26.
All right, keep reading.
Yeah, buddy. Christopher Bawden, Ultimate Tank Bowl this Thursday. Please do the 3-way stream with the Dumpster Fire and guest Tom Grosky and Bask in the Suck. Love you guys. Quick question. Are we still doing the stream Thursday?
We should. Why not?
Mm-hmm. It'll be a bad stream, but you know what? We got to embrace in the Super Tank Bowl. No CJ Henderson, no Brian Burns, potentially no Justin Fields. He's still limited. I don't know if he'll be ready. So we're going to have some fun with some bad
Super
football.
Tank Bowl.
2.0. Note to Falcons. If Artie is still the coach and your opponent changes QBs, run away or run the damn ball. Your choice.
Run the damn ball.
Well, I mean, they handed it to Bijan and he got a fumble, so it's he's not going to see the ball for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, Arthur Smith. I'm not even sure if Arthur Smith knows that Kyle Pitts is on his roster. Like,
he'll see him every now and again. It's like, wait, we got that by the ball. Who let him out of the dungeon?
Yeah,
they need more balls to Daryl Hodge, Mac Hollins, and Jonnu Smith.
Mm-hmm. Jonnu Smith had a big game though.
Yeah, he had one big catch and failed jet sweep at the 1-yard line. Christopher Brickman, we now know that Clayton Tune is not a virgin as he was thoroughly fucked by the Browns defense.
Oh my God, that was so ugly. I took the Browns minus 12.5, which was an easy cover, but I needed the over, and Arizona didn't score a fucking point. That shit pissed me off, dude.
Well, I mean, dude, if you get 60 yards of offense and the Browns have more penalty yards than you do offensive yards, I don't think that goes well for a team.
No.
JFKH AFC North playoffs. Yep, all 4 AFC North teams would make it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And a delicious time. You're going to see the ugliness of AFC North football in its entirety. Uxinator, congrats to Mr. Grossi for being selected as the Packers NFL Fan of the Year. Absolutely. We'll raise the Jeebus to that. Also, Florida lost in OT and the Bucs lost in heartbreaking fashion.
That was so bad. It was so bad. Lost. What do you got?
Flambo 123, Brewers fans in hell. We lost our manager to the Cubs and our front office is getting picked apart. Also, what does the MLB need the most? Yeah, Milwaukee's just screwed because they're not going to invest in the payroll.
Right, and imagine if you're David Ross, you find out on Twitter that Craig Counsell fucking took your job.
David Ross wasn't doing well. Like, I mean, he's a fan favorite in Chicago, but like his team collapsed several times in his tenure. Well, actually, I think it was once because Madden was the first time in 19.
Yeah,
but
Madden
it was time for a change.
Yeah, Madden won a
Joe Madden was an arrogant
despite
fuck.
himself. Yeah. He very Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts should be fired, but he won a Mickey Mouse.
Well, he won the Mickey ring. Oh, no, we're also remember he was a key contributor to the 2019 World Series.
Yes,
key contributor. He should get a ring for that.
He should. He just handed the Nationals the fucking title.
Yep, basically. David Benjamin. I guess the New York Giants stands for next year. Also, do you think the Patriots are tanking? Would Belichick even allow such a thing? Absolutely not.
Yes.
They're not tanking. They're just bad.
No, I think Belichick is smart enough to know what he's got, and he's like, well, I don't know if winning is a good idea. We should probably just tank.
Yeah, Belichick has too much pride.
I mean, he does, but like he's not stupid. Everyone knows that tanking is the way to continue success. Like you fucking eat shit for 1 year.
Ask the Steelers. They're never doing that though.
Well, that's why you're going to be in the 9-8 forever.
And then we have the most overrated stat in the world about Mike Tomlin.
You did miss you got Kenny Pickett because you missed the playoffs. So,
well, we made the playoffs that year. It was like the year when we should have had like 7 wins, but because of ref ball and some other bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
But it is what it is. They need like a really bad year, but it's never going to happen. I'll stop getting.
Oh, just wait until how miserable you are when you have to endure a 3-win season tree.
I mean, honestly, like channel laughing at other Yinzers, dude.
Right? No, you're gonna become like Perna. Like it's good personally.
Well, misery. People love misery, dude.
Right. How come I don't?
Well, you're not pulling into it that much. They don't see you as a Giants fan, dude.
I know.
That's why you have to really
want to tie my identity.
Like the Giants suck.
Well, yeah, I don't want to tie my identity to the Giants. Like
tough shit. That's how you get the growth, kids.
Yeah,
and Justin Ziegler. Tree, can we get the Tank Bowl theme in honor of the Super Heavy Bear Tank Bowl? And is Dable and Belichick on the hot seat? Yes, there is an out clause. And yes, we're talking about tank bowls, are we?
Can we get it?
Definitely do a tank bowl. Oh yeah, we'll definitely get a tank bowl. Hell with that, man. Gotta love some tank bowl.
I do love me some tank bowl.
Lots of explosions.
Let's go. A tank bowl.
Oh, it's the greatest tank bowl, dude.
It's the greatest. This is going to be the ultimate. The Bears,
Super tank bowl, dude.
Panthers, Thursday night, prime time.
And they're talking about they can't market it, dude. This is the greatest thing ever, man.
Yeah, it's going to be great for us.
Yeah. What were you going to say? What idiot put them on Thursday night?
We did.
Simple. They thought it was going to be Bryce Young having a good year versus Justin Fields. That's what they were thinking.
Okay. Who honestly thought that? Who's
NFL does. You need at least one primetime game per team per year. And you're not putting the Panthers on primetime otherwise. Yeah. You ain't putting them on Sunday or Monday night.
Yeah. You're not, All right, read something.
Yep. Graf on T-Roll is a Huskies fan. I'm glad that they have led to USC firing DC Alex Grinch. I can only imagine Penix lighting up the Big Ten West teams next year.
Cool. Huh. All right.
Penix might be gone. He might be drafted.
I guess we're getting
Christopher Brickner. Connor Stallion said he stole the signs from Michigan alone. BS. His salary is $50K and sign stealing cost $15K this year. Someone was funding it.
Yes.
I mean, maybe it could have been Ohio State.
Think about it. Think about the amount of pressure. If I'm Jim Harbaugh, right? And the amount of pressure is so immense for me to beat Ohio State and to make the playoff, right? And to get a huge extension and to keep my job. Fuck yes, I'm cheating. Hell yes. Like, I'm doing everything in my power. Like, I'm not saying it's right, but like that, like you shit. Who knows if Ryan Day's cheating? Like, who knows if other teams are stealing signs? But there was so much.
They're just the ones that got caught.
Right. There's so much pressure. There was so much pressure on Michigan to make not only beat Ohio State, but to also go to the college playoff that, he was willing to do whatever it took. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's kind of a bitch ass thing to do. But yeah, I mean, I would probably look at it and be like, all right, I'm either going to get fired or I need an edge. Mm-hmm. I'm going to spend the money to open packs is what I'm going to do. I'm going to win at Ultimate Team. I want to build an all 99 roster. I got to bust out mommy's credit card.
$50,000 and still lose.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Jim Harbaugh did. He busted out mommy's credit card and he was like, I need to cheat. I don't have time to grind anymore.
Well, nobody grinds on Ultimate Team anymore. They just get teams.
You just put in mommy's credit card and buy all the packs. Mm-hmm. That's what they want you to do.
Justin Ziegler, 5. Is it true that Dable is losing the locker room? If so, what needs to happen to fix it and the team? Similarly, what do the Jets do? Well, the Jets have to get no line and a quarterback, and they aren't getting that anytime soon.
Dable is still a good coach. It's just they're fucking up. Like Evan Neal is. Are we going to get demonetized if I say the R word? He has regressed. And he never progressed.
Oh, that's a hard R. Be careful.
That was a hard R, yeah, too. I mean, he has regressed and he never progressed. Like that opening drive where they were going to go for it on 4th and 1, and he commits a false start out of the timeout. Like, what are you doing?
And that cost you the game. And also, he's going to be out a few weeks.
The game, yeah. Well, addition by subtraction, he has been bad. And the depth, the lack of depth that they have they went out and drafted Thomas. They went out and drafted Neal, right? Mm-hmm. But they let Nick Gates go, and then they signed Glowinski, who has been Glowshitsky.
Well, they drafted Schmitz, and he's been injured.
Yeah, they have not. They've tried to address the line, but they've gotten nothing but duds. Mm-hmm.
And Evan Neal was supposed to be a slam dunk. Christopher Stovstad, this week on Days of Our Beavers, the Black and Orange Brigade played down to their competition in Boulder along with heinous ref ball, but were bailed out by high-end talent. Happy to move up to number 12, Beaver.
I like Beaver. Beaver's fun.
Oh, everybody likes Beaver, especially the Beaver down there. Justin Ziegler, update up from the Michigan situation. Another Big Ten team was also stealing signs from Michigan. While the school was not named, the story was verified to be true. College football, everyone.
So the thing is like, I think college will go to the headsets pretty soon, right? Like that's they've got to, because this has gotten out of control. It's kind of like how in MLB they're like, all right, we got to go to PitchCom because we're losing the integrity of the game. Like college football has got to go. Come on, how expensive is it for at least probably D1? One headset. Figures.
Well, I mean, for an entire set.
What, for a radio? It's not 6 figures.
No, I mean, I'm talking like for the entirety of like a division.
Oh yeah. For a conference, you mean?
Yeah.
It's not expensive. It's a fucking radios are cheap, dude. Radios are cheap. You don't need to fucking have a set. Like you could just have an iPhone in his fucking like, dude. You could just text him to play, and he could just have he could have an Apple Watch on, and he could just get the play right there. Like this is ridiculous. This whole thing with how they have the signs, and it has like the like Michael Scott, and then they'll have what are those things? What's that? Despicable Me. What are those little things? The Minions as one of them, and then it'll have a dildo, and then it'll have like Parappa the Rapper, and that is like Pitch Right 32X, or Spider 2 Y2 Banana, and they apparently those signs are easy to steal.
Yeah, of course. Let's go to a few more games in the meantime, sir. What's next on the docket?
Bears and the Saints. I know we're going to be here all night. Bears. The Bears are obviously
they're tank bowl. They tanking. It's
the Saints are football hell. They suck.
Yeah, they're unfortunately division because they're leading it right now. Even though their offense is bad, they had 5 turnover advantage, penalty advantage 8-1. You only win by 1 score. You suck.
Yeah, Rams and the Packers. The Rams are football hell. Packers.
No, Rams are trash, dude. Put them in trash.
All
They're
right,
in trash because they have been losing for a good bit. They've been losing ugly. They look lost on offense. Brett Rippon looked terrible, and the Packers pretty much gave them every opportunity they could to win, and they just couldn't take it. Yes, I put them in trash as well.
Trash. All right.
Because, I mean, like they won because the Rams' offense was puke.
The Commanders beat the Patriots. I think the Commanders are football hell because
I mean,
they're gonna fire Rivera. Right. They're gonna fire Rivera. Right. You know, there's no
Rivera,
way he comes
Del
back.
Rio, be enemies to be determined. I think he might be able to survive.
He might be head coach, but jury's out on Sam Howell too. Like Sam Howell is like
he has flashes, he has promise, but he makes some boneheaded mistakes sometimes. So
I saw someone
could be, but we'll see.
He's the wish Baker Mayfield.
Faker Mayfield. That's what I call him.
Faker Mayfield. Yes. Or wish.com. Patriots are trash.
Are they absolute trash or they tank bowl?
I think they're absolute trash because they're not going to tank. They're not going to tank. Then we got the Seahawks and the Ravens. The Seahawks got
piped. They got piped. They got fisted the whole way.
They did. You wonder why we get the yellow dot. They got a public enema. They got their they got pink socked. They got their anus spread open with the speculum. That's
right. And the Ravens, are they Super Bowl? Because at their upside, they're good, but they're just too inconsistent for my taste.
They're definitely division, but they could be Super Bowl.
Give me a few more weeks of a performance like that, I'll put them there.
I said this on Clickbait. I said they were like, "Hey, who's like the sneaky team?" I was like, "The Ravens are playing really good," and y'all were like, "No, man."
If their offense is consistent,
I was like, "Okay."
Dude, when they played against the Steelers and Colts and the Cardinals, their offense was not good.
Yeah. Okay, everyone thinks that I don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I actually do. All right, and then the last one, the Texans and the Buccaneers. This one was CJ Stroud's coming out party.
Like that might throw him in the elite echelon right there. Like that was a stud performance.
Dude, I think they gave up the lead with 30 seconds left or something. And
they gave up the lead with 48 seconds left. Okay. Here's what happened, because Todd Bowles had the chance with a review to either do a 10-second runoff or a timeout. He chose to take a timeout because he didn't have the touchdown yet. It ended up backfiring because he needed every second, and if he burned those 10 seconds, the Bucs would have won. Sad part is Todd Bowles might be the best coach in the NFC South right now, and that's fucking depressing.
He's not a bad coach. I don't think he's a bad coach.
I think he's pretty bad, but that's just me. I think he's a great coordinator, bad head coach. I think that's what he is.
That's true. He's a Super Bowl winning coordinator, I mean, he was not very good when he was the coach.
With the Jets, like he had flashes, but he just never evolved.
Yeah, he's kind of asshole. Okay, and then so what do we do with the Bucs? They're division or Bucs, no? They're not division.
Football hell. They're
football hell. Okay,
and Bucs and the Texans. I think they're football hell right now. They can jump up.
They could get to wild card. They could, but I mean, CJ Stroud is just a stud. More like CJ Stud, am I right? All right. Let's get through some supers.
Yes, sir. Let's go here. Jack Roeder. Hey, Tree, genuine question. What do you think of Jordan Travis? FSU's QB, I think will be pretty good in the league next year. I haven't been able to see him, unfortunately. So
I have no film on Jordan Travis.
I saw a little bit of him when he was playing Pitt, but by the way, the Rangers just scored again. It's 2-0.
Yeah, that's good.
So it is what it is, man. So, I mean, he'll have promise. I don't know what his grade is. He might be a day 2 pick, but we'll see. And Max Herzog, Buffalo will trade you Ken Dorsey for Matt Canada. We'll take that deal. Trust me. Even though you hate Ken Dorsey, I think he'll do a lot better than Canada.
Dude,
30.
Dude, Eric Gustafson has 4 goals already for the Rangers. He is fucking playing his ass off. Like, what a pickup. Didn't you hate him as a Penguin? Gustafson?
No. That's not Gustafson. That's
it's a different one.
Yeah.
It's a different Gustafson.
I'm trying to think of a Gustafson. I'm trying to think who that was. But not Eric Gustafson. Eric Gustafson was not a Penguin.
Oh, okay.
Eric Goodbranson. That's who you're thinking of.
A Goodbranson, you're right.
Yep, he's playing for Columbus.
Okay, sorry. I got
Instinctive 30, you're a bad coach.
Oh, they just gave it to
a fan of a division rival. is upset at your coach, Arthur Smith, for not using the talent on your team. Yep. And you have Dennis Allen, who's not much better.
Yeah, Dennis Allen cannot throw spears.
Coach Peel basketball. ACL starts in the back of the femur and comes to the front of the tibia. It's designed to prevent the tibia from moving forward. And a fitty bomb from EA2K7. We got to bring out the Jeebus. Praise to Jeebus. Praise to Jeebus. Praise to Jeebus. Hallelujah. We got praise to Jeebus, which is apparently demeaning now because we're desecrating God, as I was told in the comment on Clickbait Sports. Evening, fellas. We are in the month of Movember, which is recognized as Men's Health Month. Remember to reach out to your fellow man and talk to them if you have an issue. You need to be heard. Congrats to Tom on his deal with the Packies.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. I mean, it's tough shit. I mean, there are times where I try to tough it out and it ends up backfiring on me. So I completely understand it. Problem is, it's seen as weakness, especially as a man. So
what?
It's just that's why
Therapy?
that's that stigma. No, just talking about shit.
Oh,
Stigma.
yeah. I'll talk about
Not
anything.
therapy.
That's
Like
not-
I've done therapy
No.
before in the past, like for other shit, not like
if there's anything I've learned in this past year, it's like way better to get it all out and say it than it is to bottle it up. Because for 18
And I like
years,
bottling shit up, and it does not work out. Trust me in this case.
Trust me,
You
for
don't become me.
Yeah, for 18 years, I just bottled shit up, and I was just, I would just trap things, and then I would hide them, and then they would just blow up. You know what I mean? Like it would just blow up, and then I would feel awful. Now you have to. Oh, Trochuk just scored.
Yep, I just saw that nice
Yeah.
one-timer bag giveaway by Detroit.
How do you like that, Hiei?
Dodger of Zion, the tarot reading legend of the dumpster fire. How about them Cowboys? Let's take the bye week to recalibrate the defense. Also, let's beat Vanderbilt this Saturday in South Kakalaka. I mean, Philly escaped again. I mean, I'm going to be honest. They had way too many penalties.
I'm hearing rumors that Beamer might be on the hot seat. I don't think so. Like, you got to keep Shane Beamer if you're in South Kakaraka. Oh, by the way, my Asian mom, she told me that it takes 2 hands to crap. And I was like, what? It does. It does take 2 hands to crap.
Oh, it always does. Bears might be finished if they get like a top pick. That's the only thing. And then they'll probably trade him. Gadzooks, it's a shame that the Birds and G-Men don't play until Christmas, Baldy. It was so much fun giving them a reality check. Oh, well, go Birds. Oh, on Christmas. Oh, dude, we have to. So the NFL really wants us to spend time with our family. So the NFL Christmas schedule.
So what they did
Christmas games
was
this year.
We're gonna get a Black Friday game. Okay, so we're gonna get Thanksgiving football. We're gonna get Black Friday for all the divorced families. You know what I mean? Like so for the second day, it's like Thanksgiving to the off year Thanksgiving. You get to have football on that too, which is great. Like, I love it. So
we get Raiders Chiefs at 1 p.m. on CBS. It's a Nickelodeon bowl game. Giants Eagles, which that was a good time to spend with your family. And then at nighttime, you're restless. You want something to do. Ravens 49ers at 8:15.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
you used to go to the movies.
The movies are like you open up the bars after Thanksgiving and
or Christmas. You don't go out on Christmas though.
Oh yeah, sometimes some people do. Like they open the bars on Christmas, and it ends up busy because people get restless.
True. Well, we used to
remember the biggest drinking day is usually the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, because everyone comes back in from town. Remember, you'd come home from college and you'd be like, "Oh, my boys are in town," and then you go out and get shit faced with all your boys.
Well, that would imply I had friends growing up, which I did.
Well, so what we would do?
Well, we were normal. You were normal. I was not.
So what we would do is on Christmas, we would take all the money that we got, because you would get, you're a college student, you get like a couple $100, and then we would buy the biggest sack of weed that we could find, and then we would smoke it all together, and then we would just get fucked up. Yeah. And then we'd try to find really high quality weed too, not the swag shit. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Jared Overfeld. Good news, boys. America won twice this weekend. The Irish and Cowboys both lost. I do not understand why Scooter is not happy. Well, I mean, dude, Notre Dame looked like shit. I mean, Sam Hartman looked bad in that final drive.
Yeah, he did. But I always, when Notre Dame loses, everyone wins.
Oh, dude, that's the reality of life. Bo Nix is 23, going to be turning 24 in February, born in 2000. That's some bullshit right there. Detroit fans, I mean, dude, it's like he's got to be like 34. Let's be real. He's like one of those Dominican players that fakes his age to look younger.
Yep.
John Thomas for 10 bones. If they're going to make us watch that mess Thursday, then both teams have to run the triple option forward passes and incur a 15-yard penalty. He got. I mean, dude, I don't know if they're going to allow Bryce Young to even throw the ball with how bad he was this past week.
He's in a tough situation, like remember, and I was doing research for a video today. Steve Young was terrible.
The Buccaneers, he was bad.
But now he's
with the Bucs.
Right. Now he's a Hall of Famer. A lot of a QB's development is situation.
Yep, I think it's more to do with the Panthers than Bryce Young. It's at least to me. If because I know everyone's saying, "Oh, they should have drafted Stroud." Stroud would be having the same issues.
Stroud would be getting rat fucked.
Like that O-line is bad. That defense is injured to hell. Like, I mean, the Panther. I didn't even notice this until I was doing look for sports ball. But with the Panthers injury report right now, like there are a bunch of guys that are just out with injury. So yeah, it's I'm trying to find like the injuries per se, but like there are like a bunch like J.C. Horn's been out long term. Shaq Thompson's out for the year. Justin Houston's on IR. Claudine Cherilus, Yetur Gross-Matos, Jeremy Chin, Henry Anderson, C.J. Henderson's out for the game. Burns is out for the game. Marquise Hayes, Chandler Wooten, Luigi Vitane. Like they're all on IR. That's why they brought back Blake Martinez. Like they might have to bring back Kuechly with how bad it's been.
Yeah, Kuechly's not coming.
Yeah, it's bad right now, man. And Christopher Brickner, thank God the Chiefs won. The fallout of such a full Reed meltdown would have killed all life on Earth. Really would have, sir. Really would have. Let's go over some more games, sir.
Yes. Sorry.
Were you busy texting your girl?
No.
Fucking asshole.
I don't have girls that are I'm a normie. I'm somewhere between normie and Chad. That's the way I want to believe it. Like I'm just like I know I'm not a sub 5. I'm definitely not a sub 5.
Usually we tend to overrate ourselves. So the
I'm being honest. I did not say I was a Chad.
Well, you said half normie, half Chad.
I said I'm somewhere between normie and Chad. Somewhere there. I know I'm not a sub 5 for sure. I know I wouldn't qualify
I'm a loser, and that might just be overrating myself.
I wouldn't qualify myself as just a normie, but I would not say I'm a Chad. So I'm somewhere in between there. Okay.
Panarin just scored, by the way.
Let me have this.
Rangers.
Let me have this.
Okay.
None of that matters. It's the amount of attention that you get that dictates where you are. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I saw a video today, and it really did say the best thing about like why you end up in the friend zone. Like the only difference between a friend and a boyfriend is looks. Period. Why would you hang out with someone who didn't have a good personality? And the only reason why that person isn't your boyfriend or girlfriend, you're not attracted to them. Period. End of story. Right?
Yep.
Why wouldn't you want to date your friend if they were hot? No shit. You're already friends. Anyways.
Let's go over the next game. So
all right. Cardinals and the Browns. The Cardinals suck. They
tanking hard.
They're
in the Caleb sweepstakes.
They are in the tank ball, and the Browns are the fucking division, right? Or no, they're wild card.
They're wild card. They're in the same Steelers territory.
They're the thing that's scary about the Browns, and they could make a run. Their defense is really good, really good. Not just good, really good.
Yep.
I mean I get that they're
going to hold him back is Deshaun. Like that's the only thing.
I get that they got Clayton Tune, who just barely knew the plays and all that, but like it's Anyways.
Yep.
Colts and the Panthers. Panthers are
Bryce
trash.
Young was they mega trash. They tanking like that whole team.
But but here's the thing: they don't have a first pick. They're not in the tank bowl. They're absolute trash. They are 100% trash. They're like their own level of trash. They're so trashy. And the Colts, what are the Colts?
They're a football hell. Because they won by default because Bryce Young had the worst game of his career. Like those passes, those pick six to Kenny Moore, they were like really badly thrown screens. Like they were just bad throws.
Bad.
And
Raiders
it just turned into a weird thing.
Raiders and the Giants. Oh boy.
Well, floor's yours, sir. Go and ramble about your greatness. This is your time.
I tried to watch this game. I genuinely tried to watch this game. As soon as I saw Daniel Jones go out and then Tommy DeVito was back in the game, I was like, oh, our season is done. We are tanking. I knew that Jones had torn his ACL. I knew the injury. You didn't have to have an MRI. And then it was confirmed after the game. This team is bad. Bad. We got beat by a team that just that's coached by Antonio Pierce, our ex-defensive captain. Okay? We got our asses kicked. We were never close. And the Giants are just bad. And we're tanking. We suck balls. And that's it here. Let's bring back the chair here. Right here. Hey, Tree. Tree's pissing because he's a fat piece of shit.
You're fucking hilarious, you asshole. I will skull fuck you so hard that your brain will turn into mush and your body will be infested with maggots.
That's a little inappropriate right there.
I don't give a shit. We're already demonetized 10 times anyway.
Tree. You're a fucking idiot, dude.
Well, I already know that.
He's taking a shit during our fucking show. Why do
you always pee and not wash your hands?
I don't. Yeah. Look, I wash my hands before I touch my dick. Look, if my dick is that dirty, there's something wrong with me. Shit.
I don't fucking care. Hey, fucking bitch. Hey, here's what I'm doing. Look, I'm washing my hands. I am washing my hands. I'm not doing the 30-second thing like you should, but we're still washing it. Son of a bitch. You are. Oh, by the way, your Rangers scored. You sick pitch. Mega demonetized.
Do you feel better now after you took?
Yes, I do. I do feel better because honestly, your Giants are mega
tanking.
Trash.
They're tanking. No, they're tanking.
They ultra
in
trash.
The tank bowl. They've thrown their hat into the tank bowl.
And the Raiders, I think they're in the football hell now.
Yeah, Raiders are football hell.
They upgraded because McDaniels is just shit.
Addition by subtraction, and the guy that can't afford to pay coaches to fire is paying two of them $85 million.
So here's an unpopular opinion: gross incompetence should be fireable with cause because that was gross incompetence.
It was, but I think there's an insurance. They probably buy insurance on.
Yeah, but it's locked in. I mean, it depends on the contract.
Still pretty high premium.
For example,
all it does is spread it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You still end up paying. You have spread it out over the premiums or whatever that you pay your insurance. But anyways, All right, what do we got here? Cowboys and Eagles. The Sunday night game.
It's actually a pretty good game, and I hate saying that because both the Eagles and Cowboys should die in a fire. But this was a really good game, probably one of the best of the week.
The Eagles, as I said, are Super Bowl contenders, and then the Cowboys are what? Wild card team still, despite
they're still in that echelon. And I was literally fearing the fact that the Cowboys would win because Scooter would not shut the fuck up if they won on Thursday, and we'd be like, dude, Philly blew the game, and they'd be like, no, Cowboys going Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he'll still do it anyway. Like, as I've said, like I was talking with my mom in the car, he will still talk shit if the team is 2-10. And we'll be like, you know what? We're just reloading for next year. We them boys. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to get a quarterback of the future, and everything's going to be okay. He would have said the same stuff in 2020. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He always says the same stuff. Mm-hmm. Yep. Which is a bunch of bullshit.
Yep. Christopher Brickner, the Cowboys and Notre Dame are connected. Every time Notre Dame has lost on a Saturday this year, the Cowboys lose the next day. Coincidence? No, not really, because they're pretty much the same team. And Jared Oberfeld, ouch, I slammed my you-know-what in the car door. Oh, dude, we all know what's slammed in the car.
I slammed my penis in the car door. You slammed your penis in the car door.
And don't talk shit about that segment because we saw that with the pool noodles a couple weeks ago, which is even weirder.
That was very weird.
Whatever, man. Whatever. It is what it is. Patrick McCarthy, I'm beyond frustrated with Arthur Smith and these Falcons. My dad is done watching them after 43 years, nearly twice as long as I've been alive. Dude, I'm surprised he even lasted 43 years with some of the shit they pulled. Like, they didn't stop after 28-3. David Lim, why the NFL didn't flex Jets-Raiders. It's the Sunday closest to the 55th anniversary of the infamous Heidi Bowl. And even Jaguar Gator 9 didn't work that out. I didn't know that. Interesting.
Interesting.
Well, maybe they'll cut it off like in the fourth quarter and the Jets will make a big comeback again. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Maze the Great 757. 5, I know it's been 5 years since this series, but will you ever make a vid about how the MLB owners got their money?
Oh man, like I've thought about that for a while, and it just I don't know. It's just tough to. I think that ship has sailed, but it's always interesting to figure out. Like, but I remember I think I did NHL, how they got their money, and it like didn't do that well. So
the NHL's a niche market thing, so it's hard to tell.
I forget, but I should do it someday. But it's kind of like it's like figuring out how some rich douche got their money. It's whatever.
Jacobs with a legit question: are you done with your midlife crisis?
No, I don't think so. Like, I think I've got a lot of midlife crisising to crisis, but I should be fine.
I think I'll get to that point soon enough, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not far behind you. Like maybe 10 years from now, like I don't know. God knows, I don't know if I'll be on YouTube or whatever else. I'll probably be, either living off the land, going crazy, or just doing some stupid shit.
Yeah.
You never know.
Do whatever you want, man. We're
probably become even more of a degenerate than I am right now. So
you are a degenerate. I know that. I am still to this day horrified of your internet history. Like I just don't want to.
It's actually probably not as bad as you think it is, but whatever. 2.0 tree make
all Alexis Texas.
I mean, dude. Always, dude. Everyone loves Alexis Texas. Fuck out of here.
She's pretty hot.
God bless Alexis Texas.
I actually saw her in real life.
Yeah, you did mention.
I told that story. Yeah.
So. You have. She a thick girl.
She is thick. She's
And Justin Ziegler 5. What was the pool noodle video called?
I don't know. It was on Facebook and I just saw it and like it was weird, but it was very funny, It was cool.
Brian Gwynn, Tree, what do you think the Eagles need to improve on during the bye week? Fly, Eagles, fly. Several things. Consistency and man coverage. Like you were getting burned on a lot of one-on-ones against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So I'd say those would be the two things. And the breakaway, but it's like 5-0, so you're good there. So we got a couple more games to go over, sir.
Oh yes.
Talk about it.
What do we got here? We got Bills, Bengals. Did we place everyone here? Yes, Bills. Yeah. The Bills did not show out.
The Bills are in a weird situation because they're quite obviously down below a tier now, and they're in deep shit. because their defense is injured. They keep losing pieces back there. Their offense is still solely Josh Allen. And if he doesn't perform, he doesn't do well. Josh Allen did his best to carry that team. But compared to Cincinnati, they were just a class below them. So they're wild card. They are solely in the wild card. And the Bengals, I mean, you could argue
division
now because like they're back.
Okay, they're a wild card for now because Baltimore is going to win the division. But there's 2 teams in the mix right now that started 0-3 that could make the playoffs, and that's both of these teams.
Well, we knew the Bengals were going to get better once Burrow got healthy.
Yeah, we did. So.
Yeah, buddy. And now we have the final game, the New York Jets and the Chargers. And the Jets, they still look like shit. It's the same thing as last year. You have a great team around them, oodles of talent, skill positions, great playmakers on defense, yet you have no O-line and no quarterback. Like, that's the problem. Like, they think Aaron Rodgers is going to save them. Dude, with how immobile he'll be on a limited Achilles, like with that repair, not to mention with how bad that O-line was. Remember, they got him injured. He's going to get eaten alive back there, dude.
Yeah. Is
Zach
he
Wilson
like
was running for his fucking life all day.
Is he like threatening to come back? Is that like the story that
he's like, he mentioned like, give it a couple weeks for like coming back. It's like a quote unquote joke, but it's like, dude, your Achilles can't heal that fast. Like you're going to tear it again.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a minimum of 6 months. You can't even walk, like.
No, he's walking now. He's walking and throwing 55-yard passes because he loves the attention.
Well, you don't need you don't need your Achilles to do that, So, anyways.
Well, if it's your planting foot, maybe. Yeah, we made it. We have a couple more to do. Okay. The Shawshank Inception. My teams are rolling right now. Rangers won the World Series. Texans are a real team now, and Spurs got Wemby. Can someone pinch me, please? I'm surprised you're a fan of a Arlington, San Antonio, and a Houston team instead of one in each city. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. Wemby's a freaking stud, dude. Like, I'm impressed by the young man.
NBA rigged it for him to go to the Spurs.
Yep, they did. Spurs have a long tradition of just fantastic big men's.
Yep, Robinson, and then they got Tim Duncan. Now they got Wembanyama, and it's going to
be.
They can't keep getting away with it.
I was asking my friend, do you think Wemby gets girls? And she's like,
dude, he's an NBA player.
Yeah,
he's going to get girls. Trust me. And which Week 10 games qualify as tank bowls? Easily Panthers, Bears.
Yeah.
Colts, Patriots, no. Titans, Bucks. I don't know if that's a tank bowl. It's close, though. But otherwise, I think that's it. It's just Panthers, Bears.
Yeah. So. What else we got?
That's it.
That's it. We made a show.
Yep. I know. We made a show, and it's just as ugly as us.
We are some ugly motherfuckers.
And you're here saying you're half Chad, half Normie.
No, I did not say half Chad. Sure. I did not say that.
In between. Sorry.
Let's back that up. I said somewhere between Chad. I'm probably closer to Normie than I am Chad, but I'm definitely not just a Normie. Okay. Definitely not a Chad. Especially for my age. Okay. If you were to take it and scale it up for my age, like a 47-year-old Chad versus like a 23-year-old Chad, that's different, right? But I'm closer to the 40, whatever. Okay, well, let's place all these other teams.
More. Shawshank Inception. I'm from San Antonio. We don't have an NFL or MLB team. Sue me. I'm sorry, man. I thought you were from like Arlington or Houston. That's my bad. I'm a Rangers fan in 2010, Texans fan in 2011. Sorry about that, brother.
The Broncos are regular trash. The Lions are division. The Jaguars are division. The Chargers are football hell. The Jets are football hell. And the Niners are division. I'm not. They've lost 3 straight, so I can't put them up there.
Let's screenshot this. That is our tier maker for this week, which you all look forward to. Totally.
We love you. We will see you on Thursday for Clickbait Sports and for the Super Tank Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Super Tank Bowl is going to be very interesting. I mean, we got to get our drinks out for that one, right?
Yeah, we do. We do.
I mean, that's going to be fun. It's going to be ugly fun. Oh, dude, honestly, that might be more entertaining than watching the game.
Yeah, just watching me get high.
You're going to be baked.
Yeah, I will get
You're going to be like Uche. You're going to turn off the camera and you're just going to smoke a bowl the whole time.
Mm-hmm. I'll do that.
I know you, man. God rest Uche. Love you, bro.
Yep, I love you, Uch. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Peace out, yo.
Later. Are you gonna end it?
I thought you were ending it.
No. Okay, I'll end it.
Okay.